Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the sound system demo of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 and its 12-speaker Bose audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio adjustments, controls, inputs, speaker locations. Then we're going to head out onto the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're tired of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. The link is down in the description. Then you can hear member-requested tracks. I actually recorded a whole members-only sound test right before this on the system while we were evaluating it. So if you want to see those real tunes, if you will, and help support the channel, sign up to become a member. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Even though it hasn't been redone in quite some time, the Mazda CX-9 still looks great, drives well, and provides a lot of the features that people are looking for in this 3-row mid-sized crossover class at still a pretty darn good price. I think there's a lot to love about the CX-9. It's one of my favorites in this class. If you do want to see more on it, check the links in the description. We've got our fuel economy tests, DM review, all sorts of good stuff. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. I highly recommend wearing headphones so you hear exactly what I'm hearing. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. So let's take a look at those now. Only rotary controls here in the Mazda CX-9. Let me double check. Well, actually, we don't have CarPlay plugged in, so I can't even double check. There's no touching available for the main interface, though. I am going to run to the settings screen real fast and turn the brightness up. I think that'll probably help you all see this a little bit better. There we go. Max that out. And let's go back to the media screen here. Push down, go down to audio settings. You agreed with adjustments for bass and treble. Let's go through those now. Outside of that, you have adjustments for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, and a listening position adjustment, which is grayed out right now. If I were to go down and turn this Bose center point off, then you can see we can adjust it for all seats or just the driver's seat. We'll leave that on all seats for the test. Below all of that, you have Bose stereo mode. When center point is off, you can choose between stereo or linear. Linear is going to give you a little bit more of a forward-focused experience, and standard's a little bit more stereo. This song's going to end here soon, but after the next song starts up, I will go through those two. But also, let's go through center point. It says it creates a virtual surround sound listening experience, and that is pretty much what it does. It focuses more music around you, as well as having a little bit of a more of the sound coming through that center speaker up there in the middle. It provides you off, and then 1, 2, 3 levels for that. Below that, you've got Bose Audio Pilot, and that, as you get going faster and there's more road noise, wind noise, engine noise, the music compensates for that, picks up not only volume, but certain elements of the music are going to come out a little more as well. We're going to have that off so that we get more to the true to recording sound as we drive. Now that the song is starting up, let's go up to stereo mode and turn that from standard to linear. It's a very subtle difference between those two. Technically, linear is going to give you a little bit more true to stereo, like a studio recording sound. I kind of prefer having standard on though. Now let's go through center point. Center point 1 is my preferred level. If you get up to 2 or 3, it sounds very hollow because it's a very artificial sound all around you. But in the Mazda cars, I quite like having center point on 1. I think it's a very nice, crisp, holistic sound. that is it for audio adjustments. No mid-range adjustment in there. A little bit of a bummer to see that, but something we're used to here in Mazda Boses. For audio controls in the CX-9, you have a nice volume adjustment knob right down here by the center control knob for the screen. Nice clicks, easy to use. You also have volume on the left side of the steering wheel. For track selection, you can use the steering wheel right by the volume controls, or you have to be in the right menu of the screen here, go to music, and then rotate this thing around and get your different tracks. So it would be nice to see a physical control right here, like if you could rock the volume knob back and forth, such as how you can in Audis and some other vehicles, but at least you got the steering wheel controls. Audio inputs in the Mazda CX-9, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Pandora streaming built in, Bluetooth, USB-A ports right here in the center console, and that is it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, no USB Type-C, no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and no wireless CarPlay or Android Auto. You do have wired at least, so that's good, but 2022 car would be nice to see wireless, and some people would be liking to get something like a Spotify streaming service. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 12-speaker Bose system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got door woofer 1, up here mid-range and tweeter combo, 2, 3, center 4, 5, 6, 7 over on the other side. Coming into the back, 8, 9 door woofers in the center, or second row there, and then 10, 11 mid-ranges over there. Those actually might be mid-ranges as well. Maybe they're kind of a mid-range woofer combo. And wrapping up your 12th speaker is a subwoofer that is characteristically wrapped into the spare tire right there. Subwoofer making 12. All right, I'm gonna get this stuff put away so we can get out on the road. many Mazdas with Bose systems in over the last few months here at Daily Motor, and what continues to impress me with them is how good of a sound system you're getting at this price point. Like so many other elements in Mazda vehicles, they're punching above their weight class, and you just don't expect to get something this crisp, powerful, and well-rounded in a car that is not a luxury vehicle. I know there are a lot of luxury elements to the Mazdas, but at the end of the day, they still compete with, pricing-wise, with normal cars, with commonplace cars, and the Bose systems are really, really impressive. There's nothing listening to this track that's disappointing me. For this next song, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see what that subwoofer can do way back there. Bass, I'm feeling it, I'm seeing it in the mirrors. The only thing I did notice from testing with the members only tracks is there's a lot of bass coming through the door woofers, and I'd like to get a little bit less in the door woofers and a little bit more from the subwoofer back there. But all in all, it does sound pretty darn good. My thoughts on the Bose audio system here in the Mazda CX-9. Much like the other Mazda Boses, it does a really good job at sounding crisp and powerful and satisfying in a lot of different settings. I'm overall happy with it. I think a lot of people paying anywhere from $40,000, $50,000 for the upper trim CX-9s are going to be really happy with this. It's not quite top tier amazing, but one of my big voting factors, if you will, determiners, is how loud would I be willing to listen to my own music, and if I were playing music with Alyssa, someone who's not really that into loud music, how good is it going to sound cranking something up with her? So this one's getting an A. It's a little bit lower on the A side, closer to an A-, but still a very solid system. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Mazda CX-9, check the link in the description. And we'll also feel free to check out DM Sound and Daily Motor for other reviews of other Mazda Boses. We've been reviewing a lot of them lately. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.